And we are live. What is
No,
up,
we're
people
not.
of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful August 14th, 2026. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. And as you can tell, we're having Tyrone and Mr. Luke here today.
No, we're not.
What's up?
Yeah, so Luke has arrived. Welcome
No,
back,
he
good sir.
hasn't.
Oh, he's dead.
People have gone straight off the cob, bro.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
People have gone straight off the cob.
Yeah, well, listen, I was not even intending this to be a Bears stream, but after that tweet, it's going to turn into that a little bit. But I want to make the stream about the recent poll that came out for the Senate races, talk about what's going on here, talk about what the hell's going on with the generic ballot versus what's going on in Michigan, and gotta talk about the recent El Said scandal, which I think is going to sink his campaign, if I'm being honest here. But we'll get to that. A lot's happening in the world. Before we get into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. All great ways to support the content. And if you want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I'll read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. K-Cub for 5. Luigi pleaded guilty. Surely everybody on the left will understand he admitted to unaliving someone in Minecraft, and cities will not burn down. Yeah, that's a big story. He finally pleaded guilty. So, like, okay, like, why did he plead guilty? Does anybody know, like, the full context of that? Like, why did he...
Pleading guilty in a federal court means he's contemptible in a state court as well. So he just basically pleaded guilty.
Yeah,
in both
that's what I
his state
thought.
and
Why would
federal
he
cases.
do that? I don't know. K-Cub for 5. I just saw the Said animal story. Bro, there is a special place in hell for people like them. These fuckers literally can't even be decent people. Yeah, I think the whole animal thing's gonna kill his campaign. I think it's already sinking as we speak, but this reminds me a lot of Oz. Even then, remember in 22, everyone made a big story with the Oz stuff, which was a nothing burger.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
like 10 dogs.
Yeah, and it wasn't
This
even
was
him directly.
4,000.
Yeah, and it's like Oz was not doing it directly. He was not like overseeing it. It just tragically happened. It sucks what happened, but
If I had $1 for every time a Muslim Senate candidate's campaign sank because of animal abuse, I'd have $2, which is weird that it's happened twice.
yeah, we'll get to that because it's just wow. Chance
We
Drazik.
also gotta talk about Rich Barris.
We'll get to the whole that. Again, I was not planning to talk with that guy, but my goodness, we have hit rock bottom with that, but we'll get to that. Chances Razik for 5. I'm gonna get a song stuck in your heads. Watch this. Summertime lovin', lovin' in the summertime. Oh God.
Loving it in the summertime.
Uh,
Yeah, no, you weren't there. We talked about that song on stream on
oh my
election
gosh.
primary night Tuesday, and like
Uh,
we all fucking sang it.
American Note for 2. Late El Said politics. Real. K-Cup for 2. Tiffany as a Crowley and Han are in the same ad out. Let's fucking go. Yeah, Luke is here, which, listen, I'm not Luke. Your dooming's a little bit overdone. All right, let's
Okay,
just be
I
honest
stopped
here.
dooming. I stopped dooming. Okay.
Did you, though?
I still think it's an uphill battle for us to win the governor's race with Crowley. That is a fact. Obviously, with Hong, it would have been a done deal. With Crowley, it's probably like a 40% chance we win. It's still winnable, though, and especially with Crowley making the data center gaff.
What is he doing?
Yeah, we can still win, but let's just say I'm more optimistic about other races, and I still think we're going to get the assembly in Wisconsin. And I will tell you guys this: even if Crowley does win, he would be a better governor than Evers. He's like a fiscally conservative Democrat, so he's not like he wouldn't be the worst governor. And especially if we get a Republican assembly, like we're probably going to be fine.
All right.
So
Raul Garcia for 5. If the polls are that bad, I wonder how much they're overestimating places like Georgia and North Carolina. Well, yeah, we keep bringing this up. We talked about this on Wednesday. Me and Tyrone did. It's like, wait a minute. These pollsters, they can't even pull a Democrat primary right for who's voting on the Democrat side. I know it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit different with the primaries, but it's clear these polls are dramatically overstating these liberal white voters in urban cores. And they're not polling people in rural Michigan or in rural Georgia. That explains why we're seeing polls showing a 40-point shift with white Southern voters, which is insane. But anyways,
I'm telling you, every primary this year, dating back to Texas in March, has had the rural areas be underestimated in the tally.
and who
That's
does
how
that
it's done.
benefit? Who does that help?
Helps us.
Republicans.
So, like, even back, Jasmine Crockett led most of the polls in Texas.
Yeah.
For the primary.
And look what happened. I know it's a little bit different because she did good in the eastern half of the state, but still, she got killed in the rest of the state rural wise outside of the eastern part. So, American Order for 6. Thoughts on Levette leaving and who should replace her as White House press secretary? My bet is Scott Jennings, as he could handle the line press. I would be against that, but I think she got forced out after the Gen Z stuff. That's my take. So
I support Spencer Pratt for that position. I've heard
that
he's
would be
in-
interesting. Bar for 2. No one could flood out the damn man. That's real. Cret the Drek for 2. What do you think down ballot for El Said looks like? That's a good question. We got to start talking about that. And let's get into that after I read these last
I
super
think
chats.
R+3 as of right now.
Cameron Full God for 5. If Tom Tiffany wins, do you think the legislator will be Republican enough for him to terraform the state like what DeSantis did to Florida?
Probably not.
Not to the
I
same
think
extent.
the state Senate, I don't think we're gonna win. He would likely get the state house and a blue state Senate. He wouldn't have the ability to really terraform.
If we get a trifecta,
Unfortunately.
we would get a lot done. The problem is you still got the state Supreme Court. It's not as easy to pass
Yeah.
stuff. So
If Hong was the nominee, we would have gotten majorities big enough to like fully
ignore them.
terraform the state.
I
Yeah.
still think if Tiffany wins, he'll do a lot of good stuff at the executive level, at least.
Yeah.
So, K-Cup for 2. Just got a Tom Tiffany J6 ad. They have nothing. Yeah, I still don't think that's going to work, but we'll see. Justin for 2. Off topic. Candace is being cringe in the Charlie Kirk debate. Oh my goodness. Wow. Candace is crazy about the Kirk stuff. Wow. What a shocking turn of events. But okay.
I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the very first time.
Let's talk about
No.
Michigan, everybody. Let's talk about
No, let's not talk about Michigan. Let's talk about anything but Michigan because
Yeah.
no one fucking cares about Michigan.
except for the fact there's a critical Senate race there. So, remember when everyone was saying El Said's going to be the clear front runner after the primary? Yeah, about that. Listen, it is early, a lot could change, but Mike Rogers, listen, we just assumed part of his lead was because of name recognition. I still think that's part of it too. Part of it is name recognition, but this is what? Like the 5th poll with Mike Rogers winning by like 3.
Yeah, I think Mike Rogers is probably gonna win between 3 to 5 points. I think his floor is 2. I don't really see a way in which he loses, quite frankly. He's too strong. He is doing fantastically in the polling. He is getting a lot of moderate. You see that it was a black Detroit city councilwoman was interested in having dinner, or
I
she
saw
wouldn't have
that.
dinner with him and is interested. Like, I'm sorry.
You're
If you were
fucked.
already losing, if you were losing Detroit City Council members as a Democrat, and they are crossing over to support the Trump endorsed MAGA candidate,
The
that really
MAGA
indicates that
Republican.
you have imagine if this was 2018, right? Imagine if we were talking about Detroit City Council members in 2018 saying, "Oh, we're going to endorse the Republican." That would be unthinkable. 2016, 2020, that would be unthinkable. But now we're at the point where a lot of moderate centrist and center left Democrats in Michigan would rather support Mike Rogers because Abdul Rahman Mohammed Al Sayed is an extremist who associates with people that says America deserved 9/11, and also he's now he's in the animal torturing business. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
And we'll talk about his sister too, which I know his sister's not going to be the person campaigning, but seriously, you have Hassan Piker on one end and you got your sister on the other end, seriously? And she's saying all that crazy shit about, you guessed it, Thanksgiving. They all hate Thanksgiving. They all hate Christmas. Man, some of those American holidays out there, Thanksgiving, they hate. Just wonderful. But yeah, let's talk about this. So for those that don't know, there was a very disturbing story that I forgot who broke it. Anybody know?
No.
I gotta pull it up. So basically, somebody did a lot of research, and well, we've got to the point where, how do I say this? You know, Tyrone, explain what happened here.
I don't want to. I might actually I might actually lose my shit screaming if I describe what happened here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me just explain this. Abdul Saeed oversaw 4,000 dogs and kittens killed on his watch as Detroit's health director. And former animal control officer Brittany Roberts filed a whistleblower lawsuit against the city of Detroit. She described the shelter as a dog slaughterhouse. Photographs she provided appear to show dogs surrounded by blood, vomit, and feces. So he was in charge of this thing in Detroit, and yeah, 4,000 like dogs and stuff got killed under his watch. The conditions were horrific, and apparently it's getting worse. Apparently the scandal's getting a lot worse by the day. We all saw what happened in Pennsylvania, where Dr. Oz, his group of people, like there was like 10 dogs that got killed or something, which is bad enough. We have 4,000 now.
Yeah, we got 4,000. They're not even really doing anything. Like there's no way you can defend this.
You can't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and apparently that includes a dog that was mistakenly being killed while it's only supposed to be quarantined for rabies. The dog gets infected by rabies. Instead of quarantining it and trying to save it, they killed it immediately. You see the problem? Does no one see the issue with this? Like, ignoring the moral dilemma of like how crazy this sounds, think about this politically. You're going around killing thousands of dogs and cats. Seriously? It's disturbing. It's absolutely disturbing, and already you got the GOP running against it. You already have them hammering El Sayed on this issue for good reason. Tyrone, what do you think of the, like, do you think this really changes the race much? I don't think it really changes the race that much, like the way people think it does. I just think it makes them.
Here's the thing, right?
Okay.
I don't think this is necessarily going to be this massive moving thing in the race, but for those who are already paying attention, this is just going to really vindicate further that
He's nuts.
Abdul Rahman Mohammed Al Sayed is a crazy fucking person and should not be allowed near elected office. This is only going to energize the already active base that is going out against him. And in the right circumstance, I could see it actually being a major issue. It's just, to me, it's just another example in a long, shitty line of this man is an evil fucking person and should be nowhere near, be allowed nowhere near any elected office.
Well, yeah, I think all the Republicans, I think what they're gonna do is this is gonna be able to distract El Sayed's campaign from the actual issues. Make him force explain what the fuck happened to all these dogs and cats that got killed. Make him focus on that and other issues.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mike Rogers can actually focus on the issues that matter.
Yeah. And they can keep hammering him for his sister saying Thanksgiving's bad. We got to abolish it. It's a white supremacist holiday. Seriously, the same fucking thing as Wisconsin. The same tweets, even worse. Like that is your Democrat nominee in Michigan, and already you have Mike Rogers up by what was it, 4 points according to Fox News. One of the
3
shittiest
points, 4
polls out
points,
there.
5 points, 3 to 5 is consistently what he's been leading
Yeah.
by.
The average right now is like +4. Do the math on that, guys. I get it, part of his name recognition, but man, you already have Detroit council people talking about potentially supporting Mike Rogers because they realize, oh, this guy's nuts. This guy's just completely crazy. You already have a bunch of big donors in Michigan who happen to be Jewish, pissed off they elected this nutcase, saying they're going to fundraise for Mike Rogers. What does El Sayed have going for him outside the environment? Seriously, what does he have going for him? I can't think of anything.
That's not me saying anything. That's like me actively trying to think of what does this guy have.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, you have the national environment be more Democrat, okay. What do you have? Okay, the economy. Again, that's just the national environment. He has nothing. He has nothing of like actual substance. And Mike Rogers, again, is just a generic Republican. He is John America. We saw what happened in the Republican primary. Just pick a guy named John America, they win.
And you know,
John America.
What was it? The 7th, where you had Thomas J. Smith versus Amir Hassan.
Yeah.
I
He
feel like
won.
I feel like that's a canary in the coal mine for things to come.
I have a feeling about that too. It's like, and this is kind of a phenomenon that's been like brewing for the last couple of years. We haven't really seen it in practice that much because before like the year 2020, these people basically never got nominated for either party. Now they are. What's going to happen now they are? Like they're getting nominated. I'm sorry to break it to a lot of people, but a lot of voters, they're going to vote for John America just for the name. Sorry, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but like seriously, that's a lot of people. They're going to just vote for the name alone. That's kind of a big deal. Maybe not as big as like a 10-point shift or anything like that, but there'll be a few voters that, just like in Michigan 7th, they don't vote for, what was the guy named? Like Amir Hassan or whatever his name was. Yeah.
Amir Hassan, yeah.
They vote for Tom Smith or whatever. So, America noted for 2. Better animal rights people like PETA will ignore it. Oh, they're going to, because PETA's full of shit. Chance Raising for 5. Oh, but Justin Amash told me El Sayed was guaranteed to win. What a loser. Massey before Massey. Lilbert's never failed to disappoint. Yeah. Just like Barris said, like Mike Rogers is unelectable in Michigan. Anyways.
Speaking of Rich Barris.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Over Super Chat. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Animal Slaughterhouse. No wonder Hassan Piker supports El Sayed. Oh, gosh. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, the polling right now favors Mike Rogers. He's getting a lot of money. He's getting a lot of backing for the GOP. And there's a lot of Democrats already are skeptical of backing this guy. A lot of top Jewish donors are saying, fuck you. We're going to support Mike Rogers here. So does this mean that it's for sure going to be R+20? No. But I don't know how anyone could say, even the polling has Rogers winning. Is there a single metric showing Mike Rogers losing right now? I'd be dead serious. I ask these questions. Nobody can answer them. He's winning the polling right now. He's going to get way more outside spending. He's getting way more help. Only thing going for Democrats is enthusiasm to a lesser extent, which again, that's before Labor Day, and the environment being more Democrat. Is that enough to win when you're down by 4 points already.
No, actually, that's just gonna make it worse for you, methinks.
Yeah, we'll see. But okay. So enough of the Michigan stuff. We'll talk about Ohio in a little bit because that was a very interesting pull out of Fox News. I want to segue into the Bears because listen, I was not planning to talk about Bears today
Rich Barris
because
is upset Mike Huckabee did his fucking job protecting an American citizens from Israeli settler terrorists. Rich Barris has lost his shit so fucking much that he is attacking Mike Huckabee, who, despite your personal opinion, has done a pretty fucking good job as an ambassador and has been loyal to the Trump campaign since day one. I'm
What-
sorry. There's no fucking like, if I didn't hate Rich Barris enough, this has done pissed me off. These stupid third world grifters, I'm gonna rant here. You're gonna let me fucking
Yeah,
rant.
I'm gonna let
rap.
you go.
These
No.
motherfuckers, they are so they bounce on their own shit so fucking thoroughly that they are upset. That Rich Barris, who is a prime example of a third worldist at this point, is upset. Instead of protecting all 5 Palestinian Christians, 5, 10, 15, 20, an extreme minority who are still complicit with what is going on with Hamas because they view it as their only real way to prevent the Israelis from killing them, because the Israelis hate the Christians as much as the Muslims do. Don't think for a second that don't think for a second that they're friendly. You have these people like Rich Barris, Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're getting upset that we're not protecting the Palestinians. You are a psychic rape victim. You have just been so fucked in the head by this shit that you are so deranged. You're upset the America First administration, the Israel First administration is calling Israeli settlers terrorists, which is a massive break from American foreign policy, basically since forever with Israel. And they are saying, oh, you can't protect American citizens. You have to protect the Palestinian Christians. Palestinian Christians don't exist. That's a grift. It's stupid. I'm sorry. That doesn't
I'm getting sick of
fucking
hearing that
happen in the
too.
real world. I'm fucking sick of it. It's a grifted talking point. It's a leftist talking point.
Is
You to try
Palestine even
and suck a
1%
right winger.
Christian?
No, Palestine's like 99.5% Muslim. These people are stupid. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you have fucking smooth-brained midwits like Rich Barris going and saying, you're going to protect an American citizen as the American ambassador, and you're not protecting the poor brown people that are completely okay with supporting the Islamic terror regime that's the official government of Palestine and the Gaza Authority. Yeah, you are so unbelievably fucked in the head if you think that the American government should not prioritize American citizens. That is the function of any government, to protect, represent, and save its citizens from fucking anything. I hate Rich Barris. I hate him so much.
Well, yeah,
Fucking
but
heroin head, fucking 5'6" motherfucker over here.
like for those that don't get the full story, what's going on here? Basically, you had like these literal nutcases from Israel, these settlers, the most extreme batch of crazy ones, by the way. They basically tried to invade and like storm these houses that were owned by Palestinians. One of which was an American citizen, by the way. And Mike Huckabee stepped in because it was an American citizen. His household was under attack, and I don't think the guy was there, but his family was. And Mike Huckabee told the Israeli government to get off your ass and do something. I think they did finally, but he is upset that they're focused more on protecting American lives and American property in Palestine or in I think Israel or whatever, wherever this was.
It was in Israel. It was in Israeli territory.
Yeah. They're
Yes.
more upset that Mike Huckabee is focused on American lives. You can be critical of Huckabee for whatever political reason. Fine. His main job as the ambassador, one of his main jobs is protecting American lives in that region. Why would he give a shit about? Sorry, guys. He's not the ambassador for Palestine. He's the ambassador of the United States to Israel. So what is his main interest? American citizens, American interests. That's what he cares about more than this garbage. I just cannot believe that still we are still dealing with it. It's getting worse. We're to the point now where these people would rather have it's dumb. They're more focused on what's happening in Palestine in America. And yet they criticize and ridicule anyone that disagrees with them. Oh, you're not America first. Meanwhile, this is what they're saying. You got to put other people's interests first ahead of American lives. That's what they're saying here. They're finally admitting it to the whole world. Like I said months ago, these people are not America first or MAGA or whatever bullshit term they use. They are
They're
Israel
Gaza
last.
first. They're Gaza first.
Yeah, they're Gaza first. They're Israel last. That's really what it is. It's Israel last. That's all they give a shit about. How do they fuck over Israel? If you're so worried about Israel, go move to like Iran or something. I'm just dead serious. It's dumb. America noted for 2. Mike Huckabee's a top tier ambassador. He had some hiccups, but he's been whatever as ambassador. President Gilbert Getty up for 5. Not trying to be racist or anything. Wrap August 14th, 2026. Thank you. Where we at? John Sununu is Palestinian. Yeah, I did not realize that until like last week that he actually is
He's
Palestinian.
Lebanese.
Or whatever. Close enough. I thought he actually was Palestinian. Is he actually Lebanese?
I believe he's Lebanese.
Okay. But yeah, so overall, this whole thing is just, I'm glad people are finally realizing it. That, guys, these people don't give a shit about America. They never did. They have an ethnic feud with Israel or the Jews or God knows who else. At this point, just leave. If this is shit you're going to say and claim the America first, get the fuck out of here. Just leave. If you're so worried about it, move to Palestine or whatever. Go ahead. President Gilbert Getty up for 5. But oh, we have to choose the side that isn't American because you're Islamophobic or anti-Semitic or both. Yeah. There's a big difference between Palestinians and Lebanese. I know, I'm just being sarcastic. But no, I seriously thought he was Palestinian. I swear that's what somebody said, but anyways. Oh, good Lord. Luke, any thoughts on this stuff? Any thoughts on any of this?
Netanyahu actually referred to him Big Yahoo yesterday. On
Wait,
Twitter,
seriously?
or it was either Twitter or something. My friend Big Ticket, who's a Israeli politics expert, was telling me about that. He also is running an ad ahead of the elections, basically having a like voter of his come out as a Bibi supporter, and it's framed like he's coming out as being gay. So he's literally calling his own voters gay. It's kind of funny.
Gosh.
So,
Stay
I
away.
gotta get gas real quick. So.
Okay. Go get gas. Stand array for 2. Czechoslovakia's new president. Yeah, the conservative one. So, Josh for 5. Did y'all see what Vance said about the GOP and socialism? Yeah, he's 100% right what he said. You have to offer a real alternative. You cannot just say socialism bad, which is true, but you have to offer a real alternative. So, third worldism is a scourge on the West. Oh, 100%. This is third world is garbage. That's all these people care about. They care about what some ethnic feud and fucking, guys, you could
Sorry
say,
about that. I had to help my mom.
no, it's fine. But yeah, like I said, this is just Israel last. It's all they give a shit about. They never care about America. They're
Second
getting worse by the
casualty,
day.
Third world is,
Yeah.
They only give a fuck about the imported feuds of these third worlders that are going to try to kill
Like I
them
said,
later on down the
move
line
to Palestine or Iran if you're focused on Israel last. Like if that's your focus, get the fuck out of
Americans
here.
who live in destitute poverty have it better.
Yeah.
Than
No, America
Yeah.
sucks because burritos. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Yeah, I just think that overall, I think that it's enough. It's gonna get worse. At some point he's gonna say it's America first to give mass amnesty to Palestinians. He's gonna say it eventually. Actually, no, he did. Yeah, last year he said we have to import a bunch of people from Venezuela to make like Georgia Republican. I'm not even joking. So it just third world's garbage. Third world is nonsense, and it's gonna get worse. At this, it just whatever. Okay, so I do want to bring up what Vance said yesterday about socialism because that was good. Super chat by Josh. Vance socialism, not the Vance a socialist, but like what he said.
JD Vance is a radical socialist.
He's a radical socialist right here.
Radical socialism.
Right here. Got it pulled up finally. Good Lord. So, Vice President Vance, he went on the Will Kane show yesterday, and he basically said that, look, you cannot stop socialism by throwing slogans at people about the free market. You stop socialism by making people's lives better. And he's right. Guys, why do most socialist revolutions happen?
Typically because the living quality of life is dog shit.
Yeah.
Wages are dog shit. General quality of life, living wage, everything. Basically anything you need to live fucking
Shit.
sucks.
Yeah. Just like Russia. Well, why do you think they revolted? Well, it's more complex than that, but yeah. They turned to a radical ideology because, well, conditions were so shitty that, well, they had to, they needed something different. But Vance is right here. This is a problem with the GOP. Yes, you could attack socialism. You have to offer a real alternative. You cannot just say, Tyrone, the stock market's up, therefore everything's perfect. That's how we're gonna stop socialism. Just talk with the
You
stock
mean?
markets. What do you
What do you
say?
mean people don't what do you mean people don't give a fuck about the stock market? I
Like,
was
yeah,
told
well,
the stock market's an indicator of how great everything is.
like, yeah, it is an indicator for some people, but guys, but a lot of people are not in the stock market. A lot of people are not
I'm
invested
not
in
in the
it.
stock market. Most of
The
my investments
people
have
who
gone
vote
towards
are in the stock market.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like a lot of the younger people, which a lot of them become more radicalized, guess what? They're not in the stock market. So yeah, it's a talking point, but you have to focus on stuff like the jobs market being shitty. What's the Republican plan to fix the jobs market?
Oh, that's a great question. What is the Republican
You have
plan?
you have
'Cause I
two
haven't seen
options.
anything.
You have two options. One is do nothing about it, but say the economy is booming.
So
Or-
how about we deport 30 million people?
Yeah. You get that's one answer, but the other alternative some people like some Republicans push is amnesty. But we gotta import more people. We need more cheap labor. That's gonna somehow fix the jobs market. You see the issue with that, guys?
No, I don't see an issue with that. I thought Americans love having Mexicans come in and do their lawn while they're too busy suffering and fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars of credit card debt. They're incapable of paying their medical bills. They can't send their kids to college. They don't even have enough to match inflation when it comes to the living wage. They don't have fucking anything. Our jobs have been outsourced overseas. And most importantly, billions of our taxpayer dollars are being thrown at overseas states like Ukraine and Israel.
Yeah. There's so much wrong. And like that is the issue. And Vance he realized this, thankfully. I think it's because he knows what he's talking about. He's smart. He understands, guys, you can't talk about the freaking stock market and make it sound like it's everything. That's going to save us. No, offer people a real alternative. Why do you think Mamdani won in New York?
Charismatic brown person that convinced most of the ethnic enclaves that were imported to go vote for him.
Yeah. But also, he talked about affordability. It was a shitty solution, but he talked about it. That is why a lot of these people, they're going towards the radical wing of the Democrats. Not because it's all sunshine and rainbows. It's because the Republicans offer no alternative except tax cuts. But yeah, tax cuts are good, but you have to offer something real.
American.
What?
Real American. No.
Gosh.
I was making a shitty joke.
Yeah, it just Republicans, they have to figure out a plan here. Like what? I know this is a complex question, but like what can Republicans like offer? Like they got to offer something different. They cannot just say, guys, corporate tax cuts. That's going to fix everything. Like, yeah, it does help, but like people need to see like direct impact on it, not indirectly. That's kind of the big reason people
Are
like
you
think it's
complaining
stupid.
about the party doing something?
Yeah, the party does nothing. Anyways, President Gilbert Giddy up for 20. I like the comment Vance said about the GOP and socialism. People are tired with these DSA people, but telling voters that asking for help or change is socialist and pull yourself up by the bootstraps is just insulting. Yeah, and it's still a prevalent thing. I cannot believe these idiots really think in the year 2026. Just say pull up your bootstraps and that'll fix everything. Nobody can get a fucking job. Well, some people can, but it's so shitty. You don't get paid anything. Man, I wonder why a lot of Americans are not in the workforce.
Yeah, I enlisted to be able to go fucking
Yeah.
to go to school, bro.
It's a combination of cheap labor from God knows where, illegal immigrants taking jobs, and guess what? A lot of these companies, they're just not hiring people. They're not hiring the average person. If they are, they're underpaying them to shit. That's the reality of it. Let's see here. People want action. Yeah. People want to see, they want to see something. Like what? Like, for example, the Ken Paxton proposal with housing, I think, is great. Or Tom Tiffany, same thing. I think those are great because
Tom Tiffany, Ken Paxton both have very good proposals on housing.
yeah, it's because it actually would impact people right away. People would actually see it. Like when they're building a house. Oh, we cut all these regulations. Bam, the house prices go down significantly. But yeah, you gotta offer stuff like that. That's how you win people over. Offer a real plan. That's all we're asking. It's what, August, and where is the GOP plan of healthcare? It's been 6 years. Trump, you've been waiting on it for 6 years. Just release it, please. Anyways, sometimes you make more money being on welfare than having a job, and that's a problem. But again, you have to offer a solution, alternative how you fix that. You cannot just say get rid of welfare. That's not going to happen.
What do you mean we can't just what do you mean we can't just fucking axe all welfare programs?
We got to axe all welfare. We don't need welfare.
I was reliably informed that we could just axe all welfare and just ignore everything.
Because Kelvin Coolidge did it, guys. Explain that.
No,
Tyrone, explain why we can't get rid of welfare in the year 2026.
Well, I mean, so here's this thing. There's this beautiful thing, right? Remember the snap shutdowns? Remember the snap shutdowns from the government, and how we just immediately lost Virginia and New Jersey when we should have won them, or at least they should have been way closer than they actually were.
And
Remember
why were they
when that
closed?
happened?
Why was it so lopsided? Because a lot of people I wonder why.
Because people lost their welfare. And
Yeah.
Americans love their, when I say Americans, I mean black people. They love their health care.
Yeah, and that's the issue here, guys. You have to offer a real alternative. Okay, get rid of the current welfare system. I think most people would support that if you offer a real alternative, like, I don't know, a negative income tax, just something. You cannot just say, yeah, we're going to have no welfare because Ronald Reagan wanted no healthcare or no welfare. You have to offer a plan. That's what people are sick and tired of hearing about. You just talk these slogans. We got to stop socialism. Oh, God, what was Warnock's nickname in 2020? Radical liberal.
Raphael,
Yeah.
Radical liberal Raphael Warnock.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Tristan for 5. Boomers don't understand how bad we have it. And we have it. We need 3 to 4 roommates for an apartment entry-level job. Entry-level jobs are non-existent. That's why we need more Gen Z in Congress. Yeah, more Gen Zers that are actually sane. Because so far, they've been mostly just crazy leftists. Mike Finn for 2. Thoughts to the de minimis ruling and the by-election in Britain. Yeah, so there's a by-election in the UK, and it was a joke. Obviously, Farage won easily, no shit. But the guy, what's his name? The fucking tin can dude. He had 25% of the vote, which is just funny. But yeah, there's big trade ruling, I think. Basically, they allowed Trump to actually do stuff with trade and tariffs.
You mean we can do things now?
Yeah, we can do
just
things.
Do things?
I'm at Battlefield for 5. I think Tim Sheehy has a good healthcare proposal. I think it was called Choice Act or something. I'll look into that. I still think Rand Paul had the best plan overall. I think his plan was the best. But it went nowhere for whatever reason. Why does he bring that back up? Why does he talk about... Yeah, that's one of the things I like with Rand Paul. His healthcare proposal is actually pretty good. But... yeah, it was Count Binface. Yeah, the guy got 27% of the vote. That failed for Farage. Yeah, he won by a landslide, but like it was a joke. It was seen as a complete and total waste of time and as a joke. It was not a good idea. Conserve the American dream. It is the most noble thing we could do. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, conserve the American dream. Wow. Actually conserve something? Because what does conservatism actually mean? It means conserving stuff. It means protecting like values and traditions.
What do you mean we have to do things other than just rape the third world?
Oh gosh. Tristan for 5. We've done a lot of healthcare and housing, Trump RX Housing Act, but no one knows about it because Trump only cares about the SAVE Act, needs better messaging. Oh, 100%. I agree that, yeah, Trump has done a lot of good, especially with prescription drugs. It's for the first time in, I think, in modern history, they're going down in prices. Like prescription drug costs are going down, like actually way down. So that's part of it. Like he's done a lot of good stuff like that. But the issue is messaging's been pretty bad. That is true. At the same time, though, you still got to offer something. Offer a real alternative, a permanent solution, not just Trump RX. You know damn well if a Democrat takes office again, they're going to get rid of it immediately because it's Trump RX. Just like it with back in 2020 with Biden. He revoked a lot of Trump shit because Trump did it. So, anyways. I'll say ending Social Security is retarded. Tyrone, you love Social Security. I know you do.
I fucking love geriocracy, right?
Yeah. I have my own takes on the whole retirement thing. Just you had your chance early 2000s and Bush blew it. Simply put, he blew it completely.
Wow, I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, in other news, everybody, there is a new Abdul Saeed tweet. So we talked about this earlier, and again, Saeed, I referenced this a little bit. They're finally finding these tweets that he made back in 21 and 2020, which, by the way, there's a reason Democrats want people to forget 2020 because they said all this crazy shit. Well, Abdullah Saeed, he said, and this is a response to a tweet that basically announced that right here. President Biden will announce that all employers with 100 or more employees will be required to mandate COVID-19 vaccines. This was when the mandate started going into effect. That they started like forcing companies to vaccinate people. And Abdullah Saeed said about damn time. Now, obviously, COVID is an issue people have forgotten about, but a lot of people have not forgotten the mandates with the vaccine stuff. That still pisses a lot of people off. And again, we have so many tweets this guy saying crazy shit like we support the mandates. We gotta get rid of Thanksgiving, Christmas. We gotta get rid of every holiday. There's a reason I think right now Mike Rogers is the favorite.
Really? I had no idea.
You know, let me pull up the sister tweets since we're talking about the tweets as a whole. Because you think I'm joking, but I'm not. His sister
I don't think you're joking, actually.
is somehow even crazier than him. Which I didn't know how that was possible. Lord Rhino for 5. Fun fact, Farage underperformed in the election. His polling was between 70 to 80%. He got barely over 60. Farce of an election. Yeah, that's why it failed. Okay, right here. This is Abdullah Saeed's sister. Right here. These are real tweets, by the way. I think she deleted most of these, obviously.
You're not streaming on Discord, by the way.
Oh, dang. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Right here.
Damn, she's even uglier, too.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, the mandate stuff, fine. But that was just a teaser for what's to come. Like, fine, whatever. He supported the mandates, whatever. Look at this. Yesterday at the airport, 2 white women sat at the gate that boarded our plane without masks. No one intervened. I kept thinking about how Muslims have been thrown off planes for looking scary. But these women actually risking their lives were left alone. Reminder, the no-fly, no-buy legislation is racist. It doesn't keep guns out of the people most likely to use them, white men. The most offensive thing about the fascist demographic is all the white people trying to dance. Shaking my head. What the fuck? What? What? Wait, what about fascist dancing? What? What a weird thing to tweet about. It never ceases to amaze me that white people, statistically the safest members of our society, are also the most fearful. Not going to comment on that. White supremacy historically is the bloodiest ideology of terror that's ever plagued the earth. No, it's not. Someday I'm going to make a Twitter account called Profound White Guy, and it'll be the wisdoms of basic white boy who thinks he's wise. Really interesting differences between white evangelicals and evangelicals of color, to me, suggests race and nationalism a bigger factor here than religious affiliation, whatever that means. White people talking about entitlements, but apparently referencing people of color trying to survive. I already lost it all. So as you tell us, she hates white people. Her entire feed is filled with hysteria like this. It's all about white people. Tyrone, the white people, we can't let them have guns. She literally said that.
White folk had no gun.
She literally said, we cannot trust white people with guns. And it gets worse. It gets worse than that. Excuse me if I don't celebrate the transfer of stolen land from one colonizer to another, July 4th. Trying to figure out if I always hated fireworks or if I recently became old. Lord, please help me have empathy and compassion for the people who are just now discovering that America is a pretty evil place that hates indigenous, black, brown, trans, queer, and poor people. Keep going. If it weren't attached to genocide, Thanksgiving will be a lovely holiday. People are gathering to declare gratitude and eat a meal without the need to exchange gifts or buy anything besides food. We can't have nice things under settler colonialism. May all the empires fall. What is she talking about? The empires falling, Tyrone?
I fucking hate white people.
And she's referencing America. She wants America to fall apart. That's what she said. I was anxious. My 5-year-old niece had been fed some settler colonial propaganda at school, so I asked her what they learned about Thanksgiving. Her response was turkeys. I hope the whole world rises against the U.S. empire.
The Great Satan, as they call it in the industry.
Yeah. This is third worldism before it's cool, by the way. This was
yeah.
Yeah. Does this sound like somebody that, like, listen, I know that it's his sister. I get that. This is somebody very close to El Said. He's surrounded by people like Hassan Piker, this nutcase. He said some crazy stuff too. She is saying she wants America to fall. She wants America to be invaded. And she hates Thanksgiving. She hates July 4th, hates Christmas, hates everything. John America versus America hater. John wins by a landslide. Yeah. Like, this right here is, listen, I know it's not himself, but people only can take so much of people saying they hate America. They think America's racist. We got to ban Thanksgiving. You keep saying it over and over again. At some point, people are going to say, fuck this. We're done. We're not going to vote for you. Because you are surrounded by these nutcases. You really think El Said is much different than her? Really? Cake up for 2. Remember, guys, Biden said COVID ended. Pandemic over. Yeah. Lord Rhino for 5. Did you see Abdul's Blue Clues ad? I wanted to bleach my eyes. I thankfully have not watched it. I heard it's terrible. This should be pushing ads. You forgot Francisca, Han, Elon Omar. Yeah, this is a good way. Like, this right here should be put in ads. Blasted everywhere. That his sister, that he's surrounded by Hassan Piker and his sister's a nutcase too. And there's other people backing him who are just crazy. Do the math, guys. They're not going to be far different on policies. They're just not. Johnny America versus Osama bin Laden with a running mate named Mao Zedong. Yeah, basically. This whole thing with his sister is getting crazier. And, like, they're finding more tweets.
And what do you mean you can't just say things that out you as a massive radical? I'm so confused, Rap.
Yeah. I don't know. It just keeps getting worse. Another tweet somebody found. Right here. Here's an October 7th celebration video from his sister. She's currently a professor at the University of Chicago. I want to start by saying Aloha Akbar. This is the...
She looks like she has the psychotic liberal female look.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
She literally has the psycho look on her. Like that deranged psychotic face.
Guys, we can keep going over this, but this should be blasted the airwaves everywhere. This is who, like, she is celebrating people getting slaughtered because they're Western. Like I said, these fucking idiots like Bears, well, now they're just saying they would rather prefer these people because, you know, third worldism is better, I guess. They're base guys. They're standing up to the Jews. Like, this is what we're dealing with here. Yeah. Video of her saying she wants to abolish America as a nation state and abolish the economy and money completely. Man, she is a professor, by the way. So, yeah. Isn't that just fun that this is who we're dealing with here? Just have the ad be these videos. Yeah. And this is a good point for somebody in chat. The Republican ad blitz could potentially make us seem to the left of the Democrats in the sense that Democrats aren't actually progressive. What? I misread that. No, I think what you meant was like, it would make us look more sane, the Dems, which I think is going to be the core argument in 26. That, hey, we're not crazy. These people are fucking delusional. These people hate America. They want to slaughter everybody. They're saying it now. They want to slaughter everybody. And this is from 5 years ago. They're saying this shit. It's going to hurt El Said. I think I agree with that. To what extent? I don't know.
I hope to the maximum extent.
As to. Oh my gosh. She even said in 2025, she's wearing a mask, by the way. At Socialism 2025, she called the university she worked at an evil colonial landlord. Fuck the University of Chicago, but it's my best shot at power, she said. Man, this is a totally sane individual. This is somebody that totally normal, guys.
These are normal, sane, well-adjusted people who can be trusted with the highest echelons of power in the United States.
You cannot trust any of these people.
Oregon.
I don't give a shit what LARP people say about what people say about El Said. You cannot tell me he doesn't disagree with his sister on this stuff. You cannot tell me with a straight face. It just keeps getting worse. They keep finding more and more shit. Every day they're finding crazier and crazier things. I hate the university I work at, but I get power this way. That's how these people think. Not that they can like grow in the world and get a promotion. No, it's how they achieve power. That's all they think about. All right. American Nerd for 2. What kind of professor is she? Studies of insanity. Yeah.
Very true. Many such cases.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, I mean, just this has to be blasted everywhere. I don't give a shit that it's a sister. They don't like it. You cannot be aligned with this many people. That is crazy. So, but yeah, guys, that is El Said's sister. She's a wonderful stand-up citizen. I hope the Mike Rogers campaign has this stuff. They better. Rye Guy for 2. She would have been the 20th hijacker. Oh God. I'm not going to comment on that because, well, I don't know. Rap, he believes everything his sister is saying. Yeah, I would not be against. I would not be surprised. Like, he's not going to admit it for obvious reason. But American Nerd for 5. I never understood the connection with genocide and Thanksgiving these people have. Weren't the Native Americans there at the first Thanksgiving? Well, because people were just retarded and they changed history. That's reality of it. K-Cup for 5. Remember, guys, we are the radicals. We're MAGA extremists. We want affordable homes and good paying jobs. We are the problem, guys. Acknowledge it. Yeah. And then you got base right winners wanting to align with these people because of Israel. So, anyways. Object Claims Canada for 5. Republicans can use Said, etc. to push more deportation ads. This is what happens if you have open borders and they will eventually get into office. Yeah. Look what's happening in Europe. It's starting to happen here, but I think I think America is so. What's a word for Tyrone? Like America is a unique country.
Open air insane asylum.
What?
Open air insane asylum.
What does that even mean? Do I want to know what that means?
It means we're crazy.
Well, no, I just think America, like the thing with
We're an
America is,
exceptional nation in multiple ways. That's a great way to
Gosh.
put it.
but I do think the American people, like, they're not gonna, they're the majority of them are going to vote against it. I think we reach our breaking point now. If this was 10 years later, yeah, these people would be winning easily. But I think we just stopped it just in time. So, resilient. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. The American people are resilient. They're gonna push back at like actual American people, not fucking these people that they hate America, but they use it to fuck Israel or something. I don't know. Yeah, resilient. It's a good way to put it. Actual Americans are resilient to this crap. Random Polish guy for 10. Hey, Rat, not trying to cause drama, but just wanted to say I'm getting sick of Tester's done truding out my YouTube timeline. I know y'all probably already know what I'm talking about. F him, God bless. I really don't pay attention to that stuff. But thanks for
Bro,
super
I don't
chats.
care. I mean, yeah, I know Tester has done his training out, but like, please, guys, stop super chatting about drama with other people. We don't care. We're here to cover the news. It's the same fucking thing I said when we had that one person. I'm not gonna say who, doing super chats like, "Oh, guys, look at that. Tubbs and Luke are truding out." I don't care. I know. I don't want to discuss drama on a live stream. You know what I like discussing? Politics, not
Yeah.
fucking interpersonal petty drama people have between one another. Fuck off, mate.
By the way, I'm gonna do a live tweet against Barris. I forgot to tweet something about this tweet. Which I say, now we have these people, say, upset that the Trump admin is putting American interests first. What? There we go. Jets Unleashed for 5. Did you guys see the recount in Indiana that got used as a Trump win? Yeah, the Trump candidate won because of recount in Indiana, which means we can redraw Indiana now officially. There's enough votes for it now. So we're gonna get +2 out of Indiana. For sure, +1. Man, Indiana's cooking. First they got the Bears and now they got this. Oh, that's great. I don't like Americans giving money to Israel, but this is ridiculous. Also, I agree we need to bring back mental asylums. Oh, 100%. Trump, if you can hear us, please bring back the asylums and throw everybody in there, please. Even the sane people, just throw them in there.
Yeah, we're throwing you in there, bro.
Yeah, we're throwing everybody in there.
No, we're throwing you in there, Rap.
Yeah. Indiana also got the national title. Yeah, it's true. Forgot about that. Illinois will just counter Indiana's redistricting. Again, we talked about this. I don't think they got the votes for the Black Caucus. That's my take on it. I just don't think they got the votes in Illinois. So, Rap, I thought you hated the Bears. I do, but I'm glad they're like, I'm laughing they're leaving Chicago. Yeah, I think it's funny. It's sad for tradition, but man, I think it's hilarious. Chance Drazik for 5. You guys see John Dole's latest response to Tucker? At this point, Tucker sounds like a leftist whining about stolen land. It says America was never great. Yeah. Like he is literally just becoming a leftist. America was never great. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Remember these people take power was all because they don't want to work with the orange man. Now it's we don't want to work with the couch man. Oh God, the couch man.
Garbage day.
All right. Is 26 year of Indiana? Maybe. Put everyone in the crystals. Yeah, a lot of people gotta go in the crystals for a while. I agree. And you know what's gonna happen in 26? If Republicans do overperform like we expect them to do, a lot of people are going to go to the crystals. I don't care. But okay, if anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now. I think it's kind of it for today. Kind of talk all the main
Kind of a
stuff.
quick stream, honestly. Not too much happening. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, it just, I want to talk about the whole the Michigan pulling it for a little bit. We did. I had to talk about Barris because he freaking just, yeah. Seriously. That is just wow. But yeah,
I'm
um,
gonna get upset and cut my dick off because the ambassador to the Israel from the United
Is
States is
protecting
actually
American
doing his job
lives.
and protecting American citizens. How dare he?
I just cannot believe, like, okay, if you think Huckabee is controlled, fine, whatever. That, like, it's a stupid argument. But guys, you cannot tell me with a straight face that you have to put Palestinian citizens over American citizens. You're fucking crazy. If you think that, get the fuck out of here. Go move to Palestine. I'm dead serious. If you care more about Palestinian Americans than American citizens, or good Lord, if you care more about Palestinian civilians than American citizens, just get out of here. This is stupid. Notice how the rise of socialism came from with the death of Peanut the squirrel. I would argue it's more so Kirk dying.
because Kirk was a massive paradigm shift.
Yeah, because then it radicalized both wings, kind of. But the thing is, the right got divided, and then freaking the nutcase and left took over. Which, can you imagine the right actually united after Kirk's death? We
No.
could have I think in the long term, this does benefit the right nutcases, because it can make people realize, okay, these people are just fucking crazy. But the short term, it's gonna do a lot of damage in this country.
These people are insane.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like, okay, yeah, it's gonna hurt Democrats, but do you really want to run the risk of like Hahn becoming governor of Wisconsin? Obviously, she can't now, but like, you don't want to run the risk of these people winning, because you know what happened if these nutcases actually won, took
No.
power. I don't want to imagine it either. It would be bad. But okay. I think that's kind of it for today. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. And I think that's it. Yes, it is.